stop for a moment and think about this. Right now, there's a good chance you believe the reason you're not attractive enough is simple. Maybe you think you need a better face, a sharper jawline, better hair, or just a better version of everything you see in the mirror. And if you've ever looked at your reflection and quietly thought, yeah, this isn't enough, then listen carefully. Because that thought, your brain is lying to you. Here's the truth most people never hear. Your face is only responsible for about 50% of what makes you attractive. The other 50% is psychology, not genetics, not perfect bone structure, not some model-level appearance, psychology. And the crazy part is this. If you start using just a few psychological signals, people can see you as more attractive instantly. Even though nothing about your physical appearance has changed, no new haircut, no gym transformation, just small signals that completely change how people's brains interpret you. Let's start with the first one. Trick number 1, the halo effect. Your brain does something a little ridiculous. When it notices one positive trait, it automatically assumes you must have more. If you look confident, people begin to assume you're smarter, funnier, kinder, and yes, more attractive. And here's the important part. Confidence is not a feeling. It's a behavior. That means you don't need to feel confident. You just need to look confident for a few seconds, stand straight, pull your shoulders back, lift your chin slightly. That's it. Those tiny changes send a signal of confidence, and people's brains start filling in the rest of the story. Suddenly you appear more attractive, even though nothing about your face actually changed. Now here's another simple shift that makes a big difference. Trick number 2, the half-second eye contact rule. Most people get this wrong. They either stare too long, which feels intense and uncomfortable, or they avoid eye contact completely, which makes them seem nervous. But there's a perfect middle ground. When you first notice someone, make eye contact for about half a second. Just long enough to show awareness, but not long enough to feel awkward. That tiny moment signals confidence and presence. Psychologists call this thin slicing. People form impressions about you almost instantly, and small signals can completely shape how they see you. Now here's one that sounds strange but works surprisingly well. Trick number 3, the slow blink. Yes, even your blinking affects how people see you. Fast blinking subconsciously signals anxiety or uncertainty. But when your blinking slows down slightly, you appear calmer. And calmness communicates control. When you slow blink while listening, people interpret you as relaxed and confident. And our brains associate calmness with competence, and competence is attractive. Next one, trick number 4, speak 10% slower. You don't need a deeper voice or a perfect voice. Just slow your speech slightly. People who speak a little slower are naturally seen as more mature, more trustworthy, and more confident. Fast talking makes the brain think someone is nervous or trying too hard to impress. Slower speech makes the brain think this person is comfortable and in control. Again, pure psychology. Now here's something that secretly destroys a lot of people's attractiveness. Trick number 5, the spotlight effect. Many people believe everyone around them is noticing their flaws. The bad hair day, the awkward comment, the small imperfections. But psychology shows something surprising. Most people aren't paying that much attention. This illusion is called the spotlight effect. You notice your flaws far more than anyone else does. And the moment you stop acting like your flaws matter, people stop noticing them too. Confidence works in reverse like that. Act comfortable with yourself and others will believe you are. Now here's a small trick that feels almost unfair. Trick number 6, the power of the pause. When someone asks you something, most people rush to answer immediately. Instead, pause for just half a second before responding. That tiny pause makes you look calm, thoughtful, and socially intelligent. Confident people don't rush. And that small moment of control quietly increases your attractiveness. Now another subtle signal. Trick number 7, the open triangle. When talking to someone, angle your chest and feet slightly toward them. Not completely, just a little. This creates a subconscious signal that you're open and approachable, but not overly intense. People are naturally drawn to open body language. Now here's one that's incredibly powerful. Trick number 8, the emotional mirror. Humans naturally like people who feel similar to them. So instead of trying to impress someone, match their energy. If they're relaxed, relax a little. If they're serious, slow your tone. When someone senses emotional alignment, their brain feels comfortable. And comfort creates attraction. Now here's something many people overlook. Trick number 9, the quiet confidence effect. You don't need to talk more to be interesting. Often, talking less is more powerful. People who speak only when they have something meaningful to say are seen as more mysterious, thoughtful, and valuable. It's not silence, it's intentional speech. Quality instead of quantity. Finally, the last one. Trick number 10, smile with your eyes. A huge forced smile all the time can actually make you look nervous or like you're trying too hard. But a small squint in the eyes, known as a Duchenne smile, creates a natural, warm expression. It's the kind of smile actors use in movies because it feels genuine. And yes, it works in real life too. Here's the final truth. Looking attractive isn't mainly about fixing your face. It's about the signals you send. Your posture, your eye contact, the way you blink, the pace of your voice, how you react in conversations. These small psychological cues flip switches in the brain. Because people don't just respond to how you look, they respond to your energy. And if you start using even 2 or 3 of these signals, you may notice something interesting. People will begin treating you differently, because in their mind, you are different. And if you want to learn more psychological tricks that change how people see you, subscribe